Howdy folks, Dreadshells here, and welcome back. Yes, I am back after, I think, 7 months of being gone from the game, 7 months of not playing World of Tanks, and 7 months of not making any YouTube videos for you guys. So sorry about that, but real life has been really crazy over the summer and the fall, and now coming into winter. For those of you who are wondering where I've been, this entire time, life just threw a lot of different things at me at once, and just had to prioritize real life over gaming and making YouTube videos because just things need to be taken care of. Had some housing relocation. I was moving and got that settled out, and had some employment switching, finding a new job. Which took a while, and also I was having some health issues as well with some basically self-inflicted health problems with me not having a very healthy lifestyle as far as activity and what I ate. And I am pleased to announce that for now, all three of those areas seem more or less stable. Fingers crossed, hopefully it will remain stable. But I want to apologize for not making any videos this entire time. I know you guys have been waiting for me to come back. I think initially in one of my last videos that I made before I took a break from World of Tanks, that I said that I would be gone for the summer was what my initial plans were. But life ended up making that turn into a little bit longer. So want to apologize for that. But moving on to the topic of today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a game that I had just today in my WZ-132 on Winterberg. Now, the WZ-132 is, I think, the only Tier 8 scout that stayed at Tier 8, if I remember correctly. I don't know. I've been so out of the loop as far as World of Tanks content and as far as the scout content. I have a lot of catching up to do. You guys are probably really curious on my opinions on all the changes and what I think are good changes and bad changes, which tanks are good, which are bad, and all that kind of stuff. So I just have to dive into the content and see what I think about it, everything here. But from what me playing the WZ-132 for a few games, it seems like it's still a very, very good tank and may even be more powerful than it was before the scout changes. So let's just get started here with the game. We're in a Tier 9 game here on Winterberg, and since we are coming in from the north spawn, you guys will probably know that I like to go into the field, of course, generally from either side, of course, when you're in a light tank. But I believe that the north spawn actually has an advantage in playing the field area just because of how the angle of this middle street works here over where this bulldog is. You see how it slopes slightly to the south, and you can get better firing angles into the city where this Batchat 12T is. That's another Tier 8 scout tank I have to play and see what I think about. But this 12T and this T-54 have taken an interesting position over here in E5. That there's a little pocket ramp in some destroyed buildings there that normally you don't see used very often in pub matches. You'll see it more if you watch Wargaming League play. You'll see some strats where teams will use that location to lock down the middle of the map, and specifically where me and this T-34-100 are sitting. Now I am kind of locked down here. I can't be aggressive. I can't peek across the other side of the mid street directly across from me over there in F9, basically because if I get spotted like I do now, then the Batchat 12T and the T-54 can shoot me. So I relocate just a little bit to put this building in between me and the Batchat 12T and the T-54, just so I don't get shot at from the middle. But it looks like they're preoccupied with the three tanks that are moving in there into F3 in the city. Trying to do some efficient trades here with this T-71. I have higher alpha and more hit points than him. Fortunately, I think that shot hits the pillar, and fortunately we don't knock him down to a one shot. But I'm outnumbered on this flank, 2 versus 4, I believe, at the moment. Now that our T-34-100 has died. And I'm starting to hear that this T-71 behind me on my team is also getting shot. So I decide right here that it's time for me to retreat and set up a defensive line. We're too far up where we can't set up a good firing perimeter. Pausing here a little bit just to take advantage of a couple shots here. Some really valuable shots in there on the T-92, and now that the T-71 is almost dead, I need to run and get out of here. I can't support him anymore. He's unable to get away since he's locked down from both sides of the building. Or maybe he can get away. I don't remember how exactly it went. Nope, there he goes. He dies there. Unfortunately, I was still lit there. But now I've retreated far enough to where I can get into cover for every time that I fire, which is nice. I think that our GW Panther smacks the UDES really hard here. And now the Batchat 12T, who was being really aggressive earlier in the middle of the street, is being really aggressive again. Something to keep in mind when you're playing in games. Generally, players will have a certain pattern of how they play, so you can kind of predict what they might want to do from watching how they play early in the game. And now this Batchat 12T is locking me down. I can't push around and attack him because he has all of his teammates there in the small city. And I did a little bit of a bait there. I deliberately drove wide and to try and get around my teammate, WZ-120 TAC-1, to see if I could bait the 12T into driving in front of him, and he did. And so now that we got him knocked out, now that I'm free to spot and shoot these guys, peek and poke. Now I do get spotted for that shot, but I think I'm low enough here from the KV-13 and T-44 that I would like to secure the kill on this UDES. And right now, this WZ-120 and myself are just defending our cap from the push of the enemy team here coming out of the field. Just doing what we can to delay them. Fortunately, that hits the angled upper hull of the KV-13. The KV-13 actually has decent armor if it is angled. Luckily, our shot goes true there and flies straight into the track, which is what we were going for there, and we go for another shot there. I would like to keep shooting the KV-13, but the T-44 pushes up here and has to take my attention onto him. Go for a track shot here on the T-44, and I'm looking for help from my WZ-120 to help me with that. Thought I would get another shot in there, but the T-44 repairs his track, and unfortunately I'm exposing myself too much onto above the rise to my right, and the IKV shoots me. I'm trying to get this WZ-120 to push this T-44. He gets one hit into the T-44, and now the T-71 is actually pushing my WZ-120, and I'm trying to help him out here. IS-6 behind us puts a shot into the T-71, which puts him down to a one shot, and I clean him up. Go for a shot through the gap there to secure the kill on the T-44, and we got him. And just like that, we turn what looked like a very iffy situation in the field, where we were very outnumbered and the enemy team was being very aggressive, where we were able to successfully spot the enemy after we retreated, get our own shots in, and help our teammates get some shots in as well. And the enemy didn't really move in together as a whole unit. They kind of moved in one by one, which is why part of the reason why we were able to succeed as well. And now I'm just hunting for this IKV. I'm thinking that he might be trying to run back to maybe reset our teammates, but no, he's running to the corner here. I preload an HE shell for my next shot, because if I can pen the back of an IKV, it should be able to pen with high explosive. But unfortunately, he turns there at the last second. We still do 152 damage with high explosive, which is decent. And now we're both at one shot, so I'm trying to reverse here and try to make the shot more difficult for him. and we were able to beat his shot. He has a very quick reload as well, probably a little bit faster than mine if I remember correctly. So I was a little bit lucky there that he didn't kill me. But World of Tanks is a game that has a lot of luck involved as well. So yeah, this is the first game that I'm showing you guys coming back from my 7-month break. Just a quick question. As far as me making videos in the future, I'm in the process of trying to get the funds and the finances to build a new system, because currently the system that I use to make videos is fairly old, and my video card and slash GPU is slowly dying. It works for now, but as you guys will probably tell from the video quality of this YouTube video, that it's quite poor. So I just want to know if you guys are okay with watching a video with this kind of quality in it until I'm able to build a new system. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And yeah, it's great to be back. I really missed playing World of Tanks. I really missed playing Scouts. It's a lot of fun. I'm very competitive, so I need that outlet in whatever it is, with actual sports or video games or anything like that. So yeah, I really missed making YouTube videos as well, and sharing the content with you guys, and being part of the community. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one.